undefeated monster, David Benavidez. Paulie Malignaggi says that Canelo, according to Boxing 24/7, I'm not affiliated, plug there, right there. Canelo ducking Benavidez would be the biggest duck in history. Paulie says that if Canelo doesn't fight and defend his 468-pound titles against his mandatory David Benavidez in 2024, would be the biggest duck in boxing history. Yep. Canelo 62 losses, 2 draws, 39 KOs, must do the right thing and face Benavidez, who he thinks is the most deserving contender in the super middleweight division, even more than Jemiah Mangua. I saw him fight the other night. Sorry, I'm bad at pronouncing these names. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so this is crazy stuff. I kind of agree with this. He should be fighting him. And then I Googled about the duck. If you could just see here, if I show it on screen, maybe not. There's countless, endless. Canelo's ducking Benavidez. Canelo's ducking my son, David Benavidez' father. You know, you got to agree with this stuff. Canelo, why would Canelo want to fight him? You know, why? Canelo's choices, Benavidez. Well, why would Canelo duck someone? Is it business? He's certainly not afraid of anyone. You know, to talk about a fighter who has a record such as Canelo at the top of the game. I always thought Canelo wasn't the A-plus fighter, of course. You know, you look at the Floyd fight. I don't care if anybody says other fighters were in their prime at 23. Tito Trinidad doing it, crushing it. Canelo was clearly outclassed by a real pound-for-pound fighter, amazing fighter, and it's Floyd Mayweather, which I predicted on this channel. Canelo's been marketed great, really good fighter. Yep, there's no doubt. Can't discredit him there. But is he a pound-for-pound legend, great, masterclass fighter? No. No, not in my opinion. No way. It's not there. So a fight with the monster, David Benavidez, would be a great fight to watch. Why are boxing fans going to be robbed of this fight? Well, in my humble opinion, it's because of money. It's because of everything. And, you know, Canelo goes on to you know, the people are naturally going to say, is he ducking this guy? Is he ducking him? Like I said, it's more of a business decision. I don't know until I look in the search who's Canelo's. Supposedly he's not fighting. He's not slated to fight. He's not nothing signed. Sorry, get distracted. I'm typing. So he has nothing going down with him and Benavidez this year, 2024. You know, this guy's dangerous. This guy can punch, but I'm going to be straight honest with you. David Benavidez is really good, but I would favor Canelo Alvarez. That's just me at this point, unless he has a fight where he looks kind of on the downside, a touch, but I would favor him at this point to outbox Benavidez. It'd be really interesting. I could be really wrong. The longer the year goes, depends on what Canelo does. I'm actually searching for some stuff to talk about. So then David Benavidez, I want to talk about his record. It's 28 wins, 24 KOs. You know, he's an orthodox fighter, super middleweight, of course, as we discussed. Demetrius Andre was his last fight, really good fight. I'm looking at Demetrius Andre, what happened in that fight. Andre's a really hell of a fighter, good fighter. But I just think that Canelo outboxes David Benavidez. I think that Canelo Alvarez should fight him. I think it'd be a great way to pack some money in the bank. I think it'd be really good also, even though if Benavidez loses, it'd be still a great opportunity for him because more exposure. And I think it wouldn't be a shellacking type of a fight where Benavidez doesn't come back like everyone always compares boxing to UFC. Like one loss is not going to ruin your career. But I think that David Benavidez, depending on how Canelo looks in his next fight, I think that I would favor Canelo right now, believe it or not. Yes, I would. You know, David Benavidez did beat a really good boxer, Caleb Plant. I just think he didn't have the skill set that Canelo Alvarez has. Canelo's still a really, really good fighter. Hard to beat. He's at the top. Even though I don't think he's, like I said, a masterclass fighter. Like you know, when you put certain fighters even really good like Canelo, but then you have the next level fighters, in my opinion, like Devin Haney, like a Lomachenko, you know, Floyd Mayweather, you got that bar there, and it's really harsh, criticism. Canelo is at the top, but not that great of a fighter at that level where, whoa, pound for pound, legendary masterclass set of skills. Pernell Whitaker, if you go back in boxing history and you get some of the greats. That being said, Canelo's really good. He's a really good champion. And I think David Benavidez probably would lose a fight if they fight soon. But Canelo's getting shot more, and he's got 60 fights, 39 KOs, 2 losses, and it's getting tougher. He beat Charlo in his last fight, and he's closing in. He's not fighting that much. If you look at his last few opponents here, Demetrius Bivol was the loss, the shocker loss. I don't think that the monster has what Benavidez has what Dimitri Bivol has. Although I could be proven wrong, we'll see. I don't think he's that good of a boxer. So I would also favor, if Bivol fought the monster, I would favor Bivol. So we'll see how this all shapes up. It's going to be interesting, guys. So if you disagree with me, I don't take it personal. It's not like that. It's just, hey, we're just boxing fans having a good time here. That being said, I do make a lot of predictions over the years. I have like a decade track record on here. Big fights. And most of them are right as opposed to wrong. Sometimes I'm wrong, for sure. But I've seen a lot of boxing experts get it a lot more wrong than me. Many times. Teddy Atlas, at one point, I was out predicting him. I haven't been looking at his channel. I got to go over there. But he knows a hell of a lot about boxing. And he was calling so many fights wrong often. Kind of makes you wonder. So anyway, I also want to talk about how Ngannou versus Joshua. Francis Ngannou gave Tyson Fury a hell of a fight, even though Tyson Fury probably didn't train 100% like he was going into a championship bout for that fight. He thought it was going to be an easy fight. Francis Ngannou has what it takes to upset Anthony Joshua and drop jaws all over the place. And then everyone's going to say, well, why were you so surprised he knocked out Joshua? Or he hurt him, or he knocked him down twice. Because Joshua will win a decision unless Francis, using his jab, he should win a decision on paper. The way I see it, Francis has to knock him down a lot because he's not going to get a decision by outboxing Joshua. So you have scenarios playing out like this. There's so many variables, but number one scenario is Ngannou has to have a fight plan where he knocks out Joshua because he's not going to win on the cards. Because Joshua, as we've seen in an Andy Ruiz rematch, used his jab. He does possess really good basic boxing skills. And he has the size to keep Francis off. And then Ngannou would have to knock him down at least 2-3 times. It would have to be a bad night for Joshua. If he doesn't finish Joshua off, it'd have to be a lot of knockdowns, more than 1 or 2. I mean, more than 1, because that could even things out. So that's his game plan. It should be knock out Anthony Joshua. And try to do it early. Try to land that right hook behind Anthony Joshua's ear. Because that's the punch where he lost his equilibrium, I believe, in the first fight with Ruiz, and he never recovered. Andy Ruiz, that is. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to make an in-depth video, deep dive on this, probably again talking about it as we go forward into that fight, because it's fun. Okay, so wrapping this all up, I think that Canelo Alvarez, I favor him over Benavidez, and every boxing fan deserves to see the fight. I think Paulie's right. How's he going to go out like that and duck this man? Don't look good for the legacy, and raises a lot of questions about Canelo. But I also think Canelo should beat him, so he should go for it. Big giant fight. Who's putting up the money? It would be nice if it was in Vegas, Saudi Arabia. We'll see. And I'm out.